Good morning, Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? This is your teacher, Miss Marfaz, and today we are going to do our revision of this chapter, that is chapter number 16, Light. And here we go. First of all, you have to open your book, page number 113. So be quick, girls. Take out your book, page number 113. I hope you have opened it. Have you opened it? Very good. This is how your book page number 113 looks like, and this is your chapter number 16, Light. First of all, let's do the reading and then I will explain you side by side. As the chapter name tells you that we are going to discuss everything about light in this chapter. We are going to discuss that what is light, how it travels, how it helps us to see things, how it forms the images, and how it reacts when it falls onto the different objects. Okay, but before that, let's start with the reading. Life in Earth depends on the light. Light does not need to travel through air or water like sound. It can pass through empty spaces where there is no air or carry water to carry it. It means we do not need any medium to any special medium for light to be transferred, because light can travel itself. It travels in a straight line. Therefore, it reaches us from the sun, and light travels in straight line, but they travel so straight, steady beams of light. They travel so fast we cannot see them moving. We can just see a straight, steady beam of the light. It means that light travels in the straight line. We can see the sunlight from the sun to our earth, although there is a huge distance, there is space between, and in that space there is no air, there is vacuum, but still the light can pass through the vacuum because it can travel through vacuum in form of light waves, light rays, and that rays are always straight line. When we switch on an electric torch, it makes a beam onto beam of light. If we want to use the torch to light up an object, we can we must put point the torch to the place it. The right from the light from the torch reaches toward the object in straight line. These straight lines are called light rays. You can see this is the light ray. We can draw the light ray as a line with an arrow like this. You can see it here. Torch, searchlight, light lamp house, and car headlights all are made up of light beams. Okay. Now there is new terminology, that is reflection, that how the light reacts when it falls onto any object. When light falls on a surface, some of the light bounces back. It means they come back, the known as reflection. If you remember, the sound waves also bounces back, but their bouncing back is known as echo, but the light rays bouncing is called as reflection. Okay, and we can see that the light is reflected. Shiny surface reflects more light than the other surfaces. For example, mirror reflects because they have shiny surfaces, and most mirrors are made up of glass which has been painted silver on the other side. Since light rays are straight, we can change their direction quite easily by using a mirror. Most of the objects cannot make their own light, but they can reflect. We can see the objects around us because light is being reflected off them onto our eyes. At night, when it is dark, objects are hard to see because light is little in shining on them. When we switch on an electric light, the object reflects more light, so we can see them more clearly. So this is the light. The thing which help us to see things is the light. And when the light rays fall onto any object, that object reflects the light, and that reflected light come to our eyes. For example, the light from the bulb is falling onto the this vase, and from this vase the light is reflecting, and this reflected light is now coming to our eyes, and we are able to see this. Okay, if there is no light, if there is dark, then the little amount of light is reflecting from the object, and so we cannot see it clearly. Okay. There is another way in which the light reacts to the object, that is the light bends. Light bends in different ways because light, when it enters from one medium to another medium, it changes its speed. Okay, so let's read this, then I will explain you. Light travels in a straight line, but sometimes it bends. You can find this out yourself. Take a glass and half fill it with water. Place a pencil at an angle in the water. Look through the side of the glass. The pencil will look bent where it is meets to the water. You can see this experiment here. This is a glass. You can see the pencil here. We are putting the pencils in on an angle, but you can see the pencil is straight from here, and suddenly it seems like it's broken where the it is meeting the water. Why this is happening? Light bends when it travels from one clear substance to another. The one clear substance is air here. From air the light is entering into the clear water. That is why we see this happening. Okay, why it's bent? Because its speed slow down. The speed of water in air is more as compared to in water. That is why it, as it travels from air into the water, we see the slower image, or we can say a broken or bended image of the pencils or brushes. This picture shows us the object in the water looks bent. Next, we have investigating lenses. There now, first of all, let me tell you what are lenses. A lens is made up of glass, plastic, or other transparent material, and it is curved in shape. Okay, when light rays passes through the lens, the light rays changes the direction. Any glass, any clear glass, any clear plastic, or any other transparent material, is if it is broken and it is curved, then it is called as lens. Okay, it is called as lens. And what is the function of lens? It helps to change the direction of the light. As you can see here, we have two types of lenses. The first one is concave lens and the second one is convex lens. This is the concave lens and this is the convex lens. A lens with a surface that curves inward is called concave lens, and it spreads the light in different directions. You can see it here, concave lens. It has the sorry, this is the concave lens. You can see the edges are curved inward. Can you see? They are making a cave. It's so not true, but I want you to understand this just for the understanding, to keep it in your mind. Then concave have a cave like appearance that is moved inward, so we call it as concave lens. And what is its function? It spreads the light in different direction. You can see the straight line rays of lights are coming to the concave lens, and as they are passing through the concave lens, they are spreading in different directions. Okay, a lens with a surface that curves outward, can you see it here? Can you see it here? It is curving outward, is called as convex lens, and it collects the light at one point. You can see the light rays are coming from here in a straight line, and as they are passing through the convex lens, all of the rays are collected and focuses at one point. Convex lens is the lens which is used in our eyes also. Okay, camera, projectors, telescopes, microscopes, and spectacles all contain the lenses which bends the light that passes through them. We have two lenses in our bodies, one in each eye. Our eye has the convex lens, which I have just tell you. Now let's discuss about the magnifying glass. This is the magnifying glass, if you have observed. So this is how it looks like, and the lens is a magnifying glass in a convex lens. Convex lens have the magnifying glass have the convex lens, and a magnifying glass can be used to make small objects bigger. Why this happens? Because it collects the light so you can see those objects more clearer, more prominent and bigger. Light rays which pass through a lens form an image, and when you see reflected and what you see reflected by a mirror is also called as image. Now next is camera. I'm going to discuss this camera work in detail in our extensive question answers video. So first of all, let's begin to do the back exercise of this chapter. You have to do this on your book. First of all, you have to do the first question, that is put tick for the true and cross for the false, and also give the reasons. The first one, light rays travels in straight line. Light rays travels in straight line. This is true or false? Yes, this is true because I have told you that light always travels in a straight line. That is why we can easily bend it with the help of mirrors. Number two, sound travels faster than light. This is false because light travels faster than sound. And why this happens? Because sound needs medium to travel, but light do not need any medium. It can travel by itself. So light travels faster than sound. Number C, all types of surfaces reflects lights in the same way. This is also false because I have told you the glossy objects, the shining objects reflects more light. That is why we call them shining and glossy. Okay. Number D, light travels in a straight line whether anything block its path. This is totally false because when something blocks the light rays, it bounces back, or sometimes it bounces back and makes a shadow onto the opposite side. Number E, the aperture of camera is just like the pupil of an eye. This is true. This is really true because pupil shrinks and spreads just like the aperture of the camera. Number two exercises, name these. The first one is straight lines of light. We call them as, yes, we call them as light rays. Number two, an object which is curved in shape and made up of transparent material is called as, very good, they are called as lenses. I have told you that lenses are something which are made up of transparent material, and they are the curved in size. They are broken pieces of transparent material. That is why they are curved in size and they reflects the light as well. Number C, while standing in front of a mirror you see dash. When we stand in front of a mirror, the mirror reflects the light and we see a image. Okay, we see the image of the things. Number D, the objects which is sensitive to light is used to record image. An object which is sensitive to light and used to record image, we call it as film. Okay, we call it as film. This film help us to record the images in cameras, in video cameras, and the still cameras as well. Part of a camera between film and aperture is called as a shutter. Next we have the next exercise, make a list of objects which uses the lenses. The first one is camera, telescope, eye, microscope, magnifying glass, projectors, spectacles, and glass. All of them uses the lenses. Now number 4, write down about all the uses we make with the mirror. Number 1, dentists use mirrors for the observation of teeth inside the mouth. Number 2, we use mirror to see images of ourselves in our homes or in our dressing tables. Number 3, mirrors used to reflect the lights, like they are used in ancient time by the ancient peoples, especially from the Egyptians. They uses these huge mirrors to reflect the light of the sun at different angles so that they can light up their houses. So this was the more important and the great idea invented by the ancient people to light up the houses even in the dark nights. Number 5, discuss in class and answer. A camera is something called as a mechanical eye. How can you say that? Okay, it is because it works like an eye. It needs lenses for adjustment. So camera is also called as a mechanical eye, as our eyes need to be adjust with the extension or with the expansion or with the shrinkage of the lenses. Just like that, the camera are also focuses focus in and focus out the objects just like our eyes. That is why we call them as a mechanical eye. Next we have the short question answers. These short question answers I will discuss in next video, so do watch my next video.